In this video, we're going to talk about the concept of fluidity. So many people do not know how to relax their bodies, and therefore they walk around with very stiff limbs. But we can think of our limbs like whips, like our arms are meant to move in a manner like Conor McGregor. If you've ever seen him walk on stage, he has these arms that are loosey-goosey, or it's like a chimp or whatever. And any animal that knows how to relax their body can create a much more loose structure that leads into much more fluid nature of the rib cage, the spine, and everything is going to be just a lot better if we can learn to relax our limbs. So I'll show some different planes of motion, but one of the key things that I would like you to concentrate is blood in your fingers. The concept of feeling a sense of, if we don't stiffen the limb but allow it to relax, I should actually feel that there's like fluid that's getting down to the end range, because we're using gravity like a whip to get blood down there. So one thing that we could test initially as a starting point is how comfortable are you kind of letting your arm dangle off your body and letting your bicep wiggle. Now, I'm making this look relatively easy, but most people will kind of stiffen up and then just move their hand. They don't know how to relax and get their bicep to jiggle. So if we understand how to get that bicep to jiggle and allow all this tension, so loose pec, loose arm, we could go definitely always more comfortable on my right side, but even then I'm pretty good at relaxing here. And I should be able to kind of wiggle my arms in this position, where if I just start with this idea that I'm gonna let my knees be bent and my weight forward and tap my heels, and kind of imagine, you see how I'm flicking my fingers down, but it's not like I'm trying to do that, it just happens as a result. Like humming or relaxing and being able to talk right now is a representation that I'm calm and relaxed. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let our hands come up and we're gonna throw our thumbs inwards. And I should see, if I do this a few times, rush of blood. I just made a smelly fart and I'm passing the gas behind me. And notice my shoulders gonna bounce up and down, boom, boom. So I could do this like one arm here and then, okay? And again, there's a sense of flick that happens. And there's almost a moment in both sides where there's a hanging of space of momentum that kind of stops it. But again, it's not because I'm stopping, it's just boom. So loosey-goosey, let the weight go. So I would either go double arm like this, and I rush of blood. Rush of blood. I throw my hands inwards and flick the wrist. Okay, so that's a really nice one. Another one is just the same thing, kind of here. And as I go in and in, I'm gonna almost feel a stretch of my bicep. So I could go here, here. Yeah, and I'm just gonna go back and forth, back and forth. And it's almost like, again, there's a dead moment in time. Same thing other side. Okay, and I could go arms back here. So I'm gonna have my eyes focus on something in front, and you're gonna see how I'm gonna be here, and I'm feeling a stretch right at the bicep. Bicep stretching. It's nice fluid. My bicep is not contracted. I don't need to show the world I have biceps all the time. I need to let these biceps relax. So you see how my body kind of sways back and forth, head over foot. This is really nice. We could make it bigger, go up and down, really letting at the end range. I only do this if there's pain-free. Okay. Then another one I could do is really turn my body, eyes on eyes. I'm here, and I'm gonna kind of throw, pause, throw, and I'm kind of flicking, and it's not very stiff with my hands. It's a rib cage that throws an arm, a rib cage that throws an arm, back and forth in a nice, relaxed manner. And again, I should feel that bicep stretch as that arm comes out. So the wider but more relaxed you go, the better. And then I can, really speed it up and start to, you could really relax and relax. And you see my hands are getting whipped, and there's a flick of the wrist downwards. So whether we're going inwards, okay, or we're going side to side, and we're loosey, loosey, loosey. All right, there's endless creativity. You could go side to side like this, where you're gonna throw in, and you're gonna feel the stretch of the bicep. Notice that my eyes stay forward. I don't want to let my head go that way. I want to keep my eyes level. So this is really going to be a nice way. Again, it could just be kind of flicking down and relaxing your spine. And that's any kind of way where we just loosen it up and throw hands down. So it's like Donkey Kong throwing down, but in a way that doesn't lead to tension. So that flick inwards is the key. In. So hopefully you have some different ideas how to create, and now you come back to it and you just feel so much more, less tension in the bicep. Feel your bicep. If you even go like this, one interesting thing to note is, look, I'm gonna try to create wiggles in my hand just by moving around here. It's the same thing of me taking a muscle and trying to create these fluid structures so that my body's not a solid state but knows how to tolerate vibration. So again, coming back to just the idea of just letting go, and allowing things to flick. And even in this case, I'm feeling my pecs jump up and down. My butt is wiggling. Different ways of creating fluidity and talking normally. And I promise you'll feel different, because if you're static and stagnant, like that's what happens. Things get stagnant, and so you're not able to slosh around, and so something hits you and your body can't accommodate. It's like a frozen body versus someone who's warm, and thermodynamics, the fluids moving in the body, you can accommodate pressures from the outside by just walking in general or just moving fluidly. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's really interesting movements that will lead to just better overall gait, how you walk, how you feel, and would love to hear your comments. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. That's how you do it from the ground up.